We are again, boys and girls. Usually I would wait till 8 o'clock on the dot. This time I said, whatever, let's get this over with. So, shout out to my subscribers and true followers and fans. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all and your time. And as y'all may know who are following me, yesterday, I finally am back into the circle of arm wrestling in the community and what have you. After all the social media BS and drama and what have you, seriously put me on the shelf for two, if not a little over 2 months. I mean, nothing, no training, no nothing. Damn near almost destroyed me. But if y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I said I'm coming back, and I meant what I said. And sure enough, I went. I succeeded. I mean, yeah, I didn't get first, but I mean, any of y'all ever been to an Alabama State tournament? That was my first actual tournament. Now, no offense to FAL and what they got going on, but far as I'm concerned, this was on a bigger scale, um, and what have you for real. There was a lot of people there. Now, for them, I'm pretty sure they were expecting a lot more people to show up. And that would have been good too. That way I would have had more arms to smash, you know. But it is what it is. And what happened, happened. Uh, I've noticed that they do not hold this event in the same place. Because I was going to tell y'all, the next time, because I conveniently got a motel at the Key West, and it was pretty damn nice. Non-smoking room, no pets and whatever, real nice and clean. And it was just $89 and some change for a night for one person, even though there was two beds there. So uh, checked into my room after almost a 4-hour drive. Did the 98 garbage, that circus shit show. I really looked bad that night too, because like I obviously was drinking, but I also had two melatonin in me as well. Actually, this go around, it was actually different from what I remember emotionally and everything, and even how much sleep I got. I still felt like shit in the morning. Um, I seriously lived. I didn't eat but nothing but a banana uh, that whole day up until like 7 or 8 p.m. And then I was supposed to meet. I finally got to meet Adrian Morrison. That dude's hand is fucking solid. um, he actually did a little bit better this year compared to last year, so he's growing. Good for him. Uh, I was supposed to, though, I was supposed to meet him for an after pull because he asked me. I agreed to it. And after I finally got my medal, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I am starving. So I got the fuck out of there. Because the thing is Glenn and them, for whatever reason, after the classes got finished, they didn't hand out the awards or let them get their awards or whatever. And so we all had to wait till the freaking end of the tournament. I'm like, man, when is this shit over? It was cool though. because I got to see Craig Tullier in the overalls against Paul Passmore, and I really hope Craig Tullier isn't seriously injured because he got him in a driving hook. Um, and it didn't look good. He was feeling his pectoral muscle, and hopefully he's not seriously injured. Uh, for some reason, though, those refs are slow or whatever it is, because like it looked like Craig had him, but it was like he was having to hold it, and then they, you know. But eventually, you see if any of y'all ever see it. Uh, he immediately, as it basically looks like he's got him pinned, but all of a sudden he lets go, and it's like really fast. His arm being yanked back by Paul Passmore, and Paul Passmore wins. Craig Tullier had Paul Passmore's number by far, but again, for the second year, far as I know, second year, it may be more than that, but somebody needs to stop Mr. Paul Passmore because dude's just wrecking house. And to be honest, too, seeing him in person and seeing him on Instagram last year in the overalls and what have you, he looks like he's lost a lot of weight. So, um, it was in a basketball gymnasium or gym, and wide open, had a stage and everything. It's really nice. I liked it. Uh, had convenient seating. Old Gary Robinson, Manuel, and even Cody, who did not compete. He was just there to learn and soak up. And thankfully, he was there. Shout out to Cody, by the way, because he's the one who, because originally, uh, my dad was going to accompany me to this tournament. Unfortunately, though, he was not able to make it because of his situation, and then I had a situation with money too, because like I'm had like a couple dollars left basically after coming home from this tournament. I was going though, and I did. I went. Had one guy. And come to find out, this guy's old enough to be my dad, so he's got that old man strength, and he's only been in it for like a year, I believe he told me, because he pulled me to the side and he was like, good job, man, da da da. Really liked your energy. It seemed like basically, far as I seen or remember, I mean, I was the only one like worked up on that stage after a victory. I mean, it may have been a little bit of the smelling salts that I used to sharpen me up and get me more focused and stuff. And I will say, not 100, but overall, I am glad and approve of my performance. But there were, thinking back on it, a few things that I did not think about in the setup and everything that maybe I should have done. Uh, Too bad I couldn't get another chance at Mr. Max Polk is his name. Uh, Dude was strong. Uh, and there was actually one thing in all these matches that I was doing is obviously I was purposely bringing it to the set grip. That way I could easily slip out. Mostly this way and not this way, traditional. Because I find that this way is a lot easier. Um, Got to be careful though, because sometimes you may get caught and then the slip don't feel too good. But anyways, there was something I was doing, and what it was is I was purposely like yanking their arms just to get a feel of their power to see how strong they are and stuff, and their drag and their hand and stuff. That was me trying to get some easy, quick information out of them before every match that I did. It always went to the set grip. Um, the signing up and weigh-in was kind of interesting because there is no clothing allowance, and they did have like a booth where you'd shut a curtain, strip down, but I seen other people weren't doing it, so I didn't do it. I wound up weighing in at 207. Uh, Side note, because of how Gary did in the 198s on the left arm, and he actually started using my flat breast press, and he was doing really good. I was thinking to myself, damn, I should have lost some weight because I could easily get down to 198. Um, I just got to stop drinking, for 2 months, according to Google, you quit drinking cold turkey for that long, you're going to lose anywhere between, like, was it 6 pounds to like over 15 pounds? So, and I know most of my weight is from that because I don't eat a lot. I eat basically 2 meals a day. I eat breakfast and I eat dinner. Now, in the middle of the night, sometimes it's kind of weird. When I'm drunk, it's almost like I'm smoking weed, so I get a little bit of the munchies, and I will munch a little bit, eat some macaroni and cheese, boiled eggs with some Texas Pete hot sauce, um, stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't realize, but I found out. It's like when you're wanting to do like I signed up for right arm only. I could have done left, but I just did not want to deal with it. And it probably would have cost me more than what it ultimately costed me to do the tournament, uh, which was $50. When you when I did uh, was it, yeah, 220 right amateurs, and then I wanted to do 220 open pro. I had to do two different forms. Why they wanted to do it that way, I have no freaking idea. I thought it was redundant, but it is what it is. So did that, and it took forever because probably should have slept in a little bit more. I was seriously 3 minutes away. It was so convenient. It really was. Didn't have to drive as much as I did for the last tournament, and the tournament was only 3 minutes away from the motel. Couldn't ask for any better accommodations or what have you. um, but yeah, I wound up sitting there. We all were waiting at the table for like 2 hours. It was horrible. They started with the kids first, was pretty cool, and then I believe, right after that is when they had those three, like in their 70s, like ultra masters or whatever masters, masters class with these three old gentlemen, and that was pretty cool. Everybody was clapping and giving them mad respect. Real cool stuff. Um, It's kind of funny now that I think about it because they did have security there, or a policeman there. My dad, after we were talking, I believe it was earlier that day before I took off Friday. So I took off a day before the tournament, get a room. That way it's convenient. I ain't got to wake up like what, 6, 7 or whatever, 4, maybe 5 in the morning, and then drive almost 4 hours and do it all in the same day. Not here. uh, um, anyways, my dad said it probably was a good thing because my dad's a really good cheerleader. He's a good dad overall, basically, but yeah, he's probably going to be extra rowdy and stuff, and he maybe cause some trouble. Yeah, but my dad's a proud dad. He really is. Uh, it really would have been nice to have him there. A lot of people would have been enjoying him hooting and hollering for his son, whooping some ass on that table. Uh, but this time I had to do it myself, and that ain't nothing new to me because you're basically looking at a lone wolf right here. I've been on the streets twice, survived. I've been behind bars in the state of Indiana and Georgia. So I've been locked up a few times and I've survived. Yeah, I'm a survivor. Say what you want, laugh about it, grinded. Uh, the problem with you grinding, man, is that it is permissible for you now, right now, and whatever, to keep talking trash and shit because I can't close your mouth with a super match because after you was or are or will or whenever take an ass whooping from me, then you will not be able to talk shit about me no more. I mean, you could, but it's not going to have the same significance as now. Yeah. So laugh it up. Be a chicken for the rest of your life. Makes me kind of wonder what kind of wife you got. For real. Being with a fat ass like you when she could easily do better than you. I mean, hell, begs the question too what your daughter might think once she gets a brain about herself and finds out years earlier when she was a child her daddy was a pussy and a mouth runner and tried to destroy another person's life just because of what he said and so on and so forth. He's such a pussy, grinding. But anyways, that's the only amount of time you get on my channel. Uh, so the tournament. I mean, it went as good as it could have went. There was no way physically I was going to get past Max Paul, his arm. He actually told me a story about his past history with a flop wrist presser. So he was in his mind kind of worried before we met at the table. But he obviously has trained that position that you're in with a flop wrist presser pretty well because, oof. I mean, I could have maybe pushed it, but I'd be risking a nasty injury for real. Um, I would have been happy because, like earlier, if you're following me, I did state that I did the 220 Open Pro class, my first pro pull. Uh, I would have been ecstatic with just one win and then taking two losses. I'm going to tell you right now, that class was stacked with a bunch of dudes, and Craig Toulier was one of them. Right when I heard his name being called out among mine and others, I was like, shit. I was already thinking in my head, well, if I wind up pulling him here, I would just seriously go up to the table and tell him, hey, man, you got this, bro. I am not worthy. Just take it easy. Just lay me down easy. You got it, bro. I ain't going to fight. Ain't no damn way I was going to beat Craig. But yeah, that class was stacked. Um, Speaking of, I know I've already posted on my YouTube and my other two channels that I got with Instagram and TikTok of my wins in the amateur 220 on the right. I swear I had one more against some other dude in there, but I guess I was wrong. But what's going to confirm that is I know Glenn and his whoever takes care of it, the records and what have you in the tournament, and then getting those to Corey Miller and the other guy who, excuse me, runs the AERSarms.com site for the ELO rating. I'll find out because I swear I had another win in that class against somebody else besides the two gentlemen that I showed, because obviously I did have to double eliminate Jason. Uh, Speaking of, I almost thought I was going to have to get into a fight with that dude near the end when everybody's like hoarding this big ass table and something on the side that was holding the medals. Because he seriously thought he got second. I was like, bro, and I knew this already in my mind, but I went back and I asked the one lady who had all the paperwork, and then of course I was right. I got second, he got third. But man, if I'd have not gotten that medal, man, I'd have been so shitty. I ain't gonna lie, because it's like, what the fuck? How do you think you got second, bro, when you lost twice to me? That's freaking hilarious. Uh, people, people. Uh, anyway, let me think here. What else? A lot of people gave me a thumbs up. A lot of people paying attention. David Kotlow, he's taking a whole bunch of footage of me and stirring shit on the arm wrestling uncensored arena. He's trying to stir up a match between me and Timothy Kylonen's son, Little Pie Pie Christopher. And to be honest, I mean, I'll say it again, even though I said it in social media world. I mean, it would be a complete honor to arm wrestle his son. There is some, I guess you could say, irony there, obviously, because I am known for my flop wrist press, even though I would say I'm a low hand top roller, really. It's just like I told or said earlier, like before everything went to the set grip, if I didn't, after jerking your arm or trying to feel your power out or whatever before that, and I didn't feel confident enough to try and top roll you or low hand you, I'll just go to my flop. And usually that's just, me going to my plan B, which seemingly seems like my number one move. But, you know, Uh, if I'd have gone or had another chance against the first place Max Polk, I would have tried to hook him. Uh, More likely shoulder press hook, but if not, a hook drag. Uh, 'Cause I already know he's strong in the top roll arena. Um, but yeah, it just would be a complete honor to arm wrestle Christopher. Hell, I even talked to him just moments before this live, and it was a very respectful conversation. But he's more focused. Number one, he's focused on that big invitational him and his dad got invited to in December. That's going to have, uh, 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 like in each class, it's going to have a lot of people competing. Uh, and he doesn't because the records and stuff. He doesn't feel too confident, but he's just going there to soak it up, get the experience, and be with his dad. And to be honest, I mean, I'm jealous of that because like that's so cool, to do something with your dad, like that, and travel around the U.S., etc. Uh, Who knows, Nanya? Maybe we'll be in the future after March. We'll find out. Um, here thinking about it, I don't know. We'll just, I'm just gonna hold my thoughts and what I want to say about that until after March. Uh, I know you're gonna lose, but I want to see how you lose and stuff like that. Um, I'm just being humble, I'm becoming humble. And it was definitely humbling pulling that pro class because at least over there in the Alabama world in the 220, I didn't have, oh boy, I didn't have a chance. I'm one of those. I tried to slip out, but the dude, and I think I had some chalk on my hands because I don't chalk before a match. That way I can just easily slip whatever I want to. But that second and final loss in the pro class, uh, I couldn't slip out of his hand like I normally wanted to, and it was kind of embarrassing. But it is what it is. Now, if I was to pull a pro class in Florida, whether it be FAL or flow arm, I'm pretty confident that I would at least place. For the most part, confident about that because I've scouted Florida quite a bit. I follow y'all's stuff. I'm mostly, like I've said before, I say it again, I mostly like what Flow Arms got going on down there. And just to let y'all know, as far as I know, Brandon Morrison told Wiz to contact me or whatever exactly happened, but I wind up getting contacted by Wiz, who's with the Flow Arm guys. And far as I know, I mean, I'm cleared to come back down there to Florida. So that may be my next tournament. Um, but I will say this: there is a tournament going on here close. Not gonna say when or where, just in case the trolls are out and want to stir some shit like they always do. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Uh, right now, it's back to the drawing board. I need to get stronger, basically. Of course, I have the mind and the techniques and what have you, but I definitely need to. Hell, who knows? Maybe I need to start taking some PEDs. But I definitely need to get stronger. Got me a little bit of a crew, so I guess you can call it that. Got this guy who we're gonna get together here, and I'm probably gonna have Cody show up too. Not Cody Wood, but a different Cody, just in case y'all get the oh Cody Wood what? No, that would be awesome, but there ain't no way Cody Wood's going to be driving all the way over here, over 3 hours to come practice at my place. If he did, oh, dude, much respect, much respect to you, but that'll never happen. He's doing his own thing any damn ways. Um, so yeah, second place, amateur 220. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good, and I was very proud of myself. Um, no gold yet. Still no gold yet. I got 3 silver medals and 1 bronze. All of them from 2 events I've competed in so far. So shooting for gold for sure. Shooting for gold. And once I finally get my 3 wins in the semi-pro slash amateur, because like other arm wrestlers were asking me about it. It's like, was there a semi-pro? I was like, no, it was novice and amateur, and that was it. some of these tournaments, for whatever reason, will do amateur and semi-pro, or without novice. I don't know. It's whatever. It's really nice to be able to meet and briefly speak with Craig Toulier. Really cool guy. He is jacked. It was good to see Adrian Morrison in person. We've been Facebook friends for a while now. Did not realize, because there was this one dude who really looked familiar in the face. Come to find out later on in Justin Bishop's group chat, he's actually a member of their group and everything. So, if I'd have known, I already told him. If I'd have known, brother, I'd have shouted out to you and said hello. Yeah. I think we're going to stop right here. I mean, shout out again to my subscribers and followers, true fans. I am not gay. I will have to say something about that. It just makes me so laugh and everything on the last Friday night's 98 that Yak was like, hey guys, look at this. Eric said some gay shit with me on a one-on-one. If anybody knows, Yak is a fucking clown and he's random, So I played along as being facetious with him, and he took it serious. They called me faggot, this, that, and the third. I mean, it's whatever. Fucking people are gonna think what they want to think about you. Who gives a fuck? Get a laugh out of it, because I know I sure as hell do. These motherfuckers just, I mean. And again, you son of a bitches cannot talk about me unless I'm drunk. Because, I realized I was talking super slow drunk last Friday night. But when I'm not, I mean, I do not talk anywhere nearly as slow as Tim Lewis, hands down. But hey, y'all fuckers want to make me number one? Whatever. Y'all can have it. Anyways, I'm going to cut it loose, folks. Appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. If not, that's cool too. Y'all have a good one.